Other people think you are one gender, but inside, you know you are a different one.
Jazz has a girl brain, but a boy body.
I have a girl brain, but a boy body.
Oh, the bit about the 4 revisions, they didn't include that in the book, and I've no idea why.
The doctors and my parents, they all thought that I was a boy. Society, people around them told them that was the case. In my heart and in my mind, I knew I was really a girl.
I love you, Mary.
Trans woman reads I Am Jazz to kids, then lies to them about gender. The trans woman in question is Sarah McBride. So, I don't know, let's have a look.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So it's been a little while since I've made a video about trans women doing some crazy things and outlandish things, right? And I'm glad.
You avoid this guy because of his voice. Are you strayophobic? I'm assuming he's Australian. I can't really tell. Oh, okay, someone else said it. Fair enough. I think you've got some strayophobism in chat, but oh well.
That I haven't had to really make many videos now about transgenderism and about the horrors that are unfolding, because for some reason it seems like
I will say, you will never see me dead wearing like shirts like this. I do not want to put any of my ideology on my body personally.
nature is, or society is, somewhat healing, except for the likes of small little individual groups that want to try and keep this madness going. Now, here in Australia, we've still got lots of the trans madness happening, so be prepared.
Yeah, Australia's a bit behind. Their sports are pretty fucked up. Obviously, you had Tickle versus Giggle recently. Aussiephobia, fair enough. I prefer saying Straya because it's just funny to me.
For, I guess, some videos that are involving transgenderism here in Australia, because we haven't got the memo that Trump is in office and he's going to do away with all this madness, which I'm...
To be fair, Australia is not beholden to Donald Trump. I wouldn't want my country to be beholden to Donald Trump personally. Not a fan of him myself. And America's not the world, so...
actually really happy for. He takes office in 5 days, people. 5 days is when his inauguration is, and damn well I cannot wait. That is going to be bloody fantastic. Now, recently, this video has been circulating over on X, and for damn good reason, because you have Congressman, formerly known as Tim McBride, now known as Sarah McBride, which blew up because of Nancy Mace in the bathroom.
Yeah, I will not understand the like mustache trend that's been going around for a decent while by now. Like, at least he doesn't have the mullet to go with it, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me.
Situation, because Nancy Mace didn't want Sarah McBride in, well, Nancy Mace's bathroom, and rightfully so. Men should not be in women-only spaces. It just goes without saying. And, well, McBride decided to, I don't know if McBride was invited to this school or invited McBride's self. I don't know. But nevertheless, it's probably in Washington, D.C., because what other school would allow a biological man that pretends to be a woman into a school to read a trans book, a book about something that is really horrific and crazy and it's a lie? Why would you allow someone like that to read to the likes of impressionable young kids? So Congressman McBride, who pretends to be a woman, reads the book I Am Jazz to young children. We know Jazz Jennings and what happened to poor Jazz Jennings. Truly one of society's most egregious and terrible events with Jazz Jennings and what happened.
My wife said she would sneak up on me with clippers while I'm sleeping if I ever tried to wear a mustache. Your wife is based. You're oppressed. Fair enough. Listen. To each their own. I don't like mustaches myself.
Happened to poor Jazz. Jazz is still alive. I'm not saying that Jazz is dead or anything like that, but it seems as if the way Jazz was portrayed to every single person in America was like, you can be something that you say that you are, even though you're not. So you can be, I don't feel like the biological sex that I am, so guess what? I'm going to change that into what I feel like, even though it is so confusing, even though Jazz's mum.
you gotta worry about whether your partner is consenting for their top lip to be scratched to every time you kiss. You know what I mean?
Was the one that forced Jazz to do certain things that it seems like Jazz didn't actually want to do. And then the whole family got on board with it. It's insane.
Facial hair is always an improvement. To be fair, I have no horse in this race because I'm not attracted to guys, so I don't know.
So Jazz Jennings wrote the book, I Am Jazz, and basically lies and says that I felt like something else, so therefore...
Actually, no, there's something I will say about facial hair. It's always ironic when you get guys that are like, I don't know, 23-ish, that claim that women are like catfishing when they wear like makeup and stuff. And then if they shave their beard off, they suddenly look about 12 years old. That's kind of amusing to me, but hey, that's about it. That's about all I have on facial hair.
I can become something else. You're telling this to young kids. This is what we call indoctrination, people, if you weren't already aware. So McBride tells kids that it's society's fault that people thought that McBride was a boy, and because McBride's parents loved McBride, they let McBride pretend to be a girl. So have a watch of this. It's actually really insane.
So I am going to read you I Am Jazz.
Very, very young. Jazz and Friends. All right, so we got Human Rights Campaign. I mean, just the fact that it's one of these orgs at all is like sus as fuck to me. Jazz and Friends National Day of School and Community Readings.
By Jessica Herthel and Jazz Jennings. I have a girl brain, but a boy body.
Tell me again how we're not indoctrinating kids with this shit. You have a girl brain and a boy body. Where does that come from? How the fuck do you make that? You know what I mean? It's terrifying. This should not be happening. Listen, I had respect for Sarah McBride based on the way she handled the Nancy Mace shit, which was the only way she realistically could have. So I have no problem, you know. But like, this is not it. Why do kids need to know about this shit?
This is
And why do you need like a trans person to read it out to you?
called transgender. I was born this way. Then
Trans is not innate. Trans is just something you call yourself. There's no evidence that trans is innate to anyone. There's no evidence that you can have a male brain in a female body or the other way around. You can have DSDs of various kinds, but you're still either male or female.
one amazing day, everything changed. Mom and Dad took me to meet a new doctor who asked me lots and lots of questions.
Like, are we not putting ideas in these kids' heads? Do you know what I mean? Like, are any of these kids going to start questioning this when they wouldn't have otherwise? And when they possibly shouldn't have, because they might not be trans. They might have no issue there whatsoever. Now tell me this isn't brainwashing. Yeah, exactly. Fucking hell. Oh my God.
Afterward, the doctor spoke to my parents and I heard the
Hi, Idris A. I didn't actually speak that language, but if you have an English translation, I'd love to see it. Thank you. Hope you're good.
word transgender for the very first time. Mom and Dad told me I could start wearing girl clothes.
Why do kids need to know that? Why is this happening? Oh my God, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm actually going to lose my shit. I don't like this kind of thing at all. I don't think this is necessary. I don't think this is good. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just not going to understand what you're saying, I'm guessing. Kids don't need to be a sounding board for trans people. True. As someone who has 3 kids in public school, I don't even know for sure if this presentation has been shown to them. Unsettling. Yeah, Jesus, fuck. Sarah's handling of the bathroom bill made me think she was above all this. Guess not. Guess not. I mean, Arden Hart managed to get the right take on Sarah McBride. I feel like she still probably wants to indoctrinate kids on this shit. You know what I mean?
To school and growing my hair long. They even let me change
Trans is an identity concept, not a reality. Yeah.
my name to jazz. I don't mind being different. Different is special. But can I tell you what I like most about this book? I like most the story and the message, because I want to tell you a little bit about...
It's just extra grim that it's a trans person reading it. Like, it's just extra weird.
myself.
Oh, and now we talk about ourselves. Do kids need to know about your life that made you into this? Do they really? By what measure? What are you doing to help these children? What are you doing to enrich their lives by doing this? It's weird. This is teaching a theory as fact. Yeah. We're literally lying to children right now. This is like affecting me like fucking hell. I've not really seen much of this because like I don't have kids. I'm not in America. Like a lot of things, I don't really see what kids are like subject to. Fucking hell. It's presented as a fact and not a story. That's the problem. Even presented as a story, it would be fucking weird, to be honest, but...
Is that okay? So, I'm like jazz. When I was born, the
Oh, no shit.
doctors and my parents, they all thought that I was a boy. But
They all thought you were a boy?
why? Well, because society, people around them told them that was the case.
Society, like... Let's not worry about what they literally saw when you came out of the womb. Oh my god, I'm actually like horrified by this. I'm actually a bit shook by this, I'm gonna be honest. I don't get emotional, but like I think it's one of the closest you're gonna see, I guess.
But it took me getting a little bit older to be able to say that in my heart and in my mind, I knew I was really a girl.
Just play the fucking... I don't even know what I'm supposed to say to this. This is fucking sick. This is like sick. This is ill. This is disgusting.
And I was very lucky, like Jazz, to have parents who loved me.
Jazz was lucky. That's why her complete fucking crotch area has been like ripped to shreds. Yeah. That's what we're saying.
And say that I can be whoever I want to be. So I was finally able to be myself.
No one...
Be yourself. And now, how many of those kids watching are potentially gonna get some ideas in their head? It's society's fault their parents thought they were a boy. Like, if we can't find a way of teaching children about this without bullshitting them, without promoting it to them, why not just not talk about it to them? Why not just let them be children and grow up and just understand the world through their own two eyes and their own two ears? Without the shit being spelled out for them. Like, oh, ghoulish. Disgusting. Jazz Jennings was physically harmed, worse than typical Islamic female genital mutilation. Yes, true. Gross. Nasty. But it feels true to me, yeah. I knew in my heart. What does that mean? I know in my heart that I am a fallow deer. Am I a fallow deer?
is born in the wrong body. I'll have you know. Nobody is born in a different gender or a different biological sex. That's...
I got a book for my 15th birthday about boys that dared to be different. One of them was a trans man from the 40s, Michael Dillon. Okay, so one of them wasn't even a boy. Fair enough. Crazy.
It's not even possible. So this book on the outset, straight away, is already wrong, and it's already lying to kids. And McBride should know that. But McBride obviously coming in with an agenda to trans young kids. And you see young kids, they're like really interested. Like, what?
Is there an agenda, or is it kind of other motives more innocent? I guess we don't know. Maybe we'll find out one day. I'm not gonna apply the same belief, but it's disgusting and sick either way, frankly. So it barely matters.
What is this person talking about? What's this person
Like, is someone evil or misguided? Well, I don't know, which is worse, ultimately. Hi, Caleb the Cynic. I hope you're good.
teaching me? And you have the young kid actually ask. Like, to me, this is wrong on many, many levels. You're lying to young kids. That, to me, is abuse. The doctors and my parents all thought that I was a boy. Well, guess what, mate? You are a boy. You always will be a boy.
Yeah, it's a really fucked up thing to say. Like, Jesus Christ. And this person's in government.
Boy, just because you choose to pretend to be a girl does not make you a girl. That's not hateful to say. That is just logic, science, reason, and rationale. If we're going to go around in society lying to young kids, lying to ourselves, and
Wonder, was this like on YouTube? Like, what was it recorded for exactly? Shocking reading of Iron Jazz. Happened in 2017. Okay, some more context. So this happened years ago.
And I would just like to see it die. If you'll notice,
It's a different channel called Kirk Taylor. So I'm just happened in 2017. Did the other video mention that? Because I did, to be fair, think that this was more recent than it is. But it doesn't change anything. Like, has she spoken about this since? Reads the book. The problem with showing this video is that X users believe this to happen now, but by replaying it, X users are causing a stir over something discussed 8 years ago. Well, this shit is still going on. Hang on, let me just see if I can understand this guy's perspective. I understand perfectly what the other guy's saying. No offense to him or anything. We'll just do this quickly and I'll move on.
outrage and criticism as though it is something that just happened today. The problem after reading the I Am Jazz book to a group of young children, and I believe it's Madison, Wisconsin. The video was done in 2017 and is causing an outrage and criticism as though it is something that just happened today. The problem is that X users believe this is something that new, which gives exposure to the Human Rights Campaign, which sponsored this, and I'll go ahead and show you it, and Congressman McBride. And when this...
I mean, to be clear, if we're not saying when this is from, then it is a bit misleading.
When the story could have just died because it was 8 years ago.
Why would they want it to die? This is like fucking gold for someone like Chloe Cole. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, the story is a valid story. It's bringing up something that happened 8 years ago is causing the campaign in the transgender community to get free publicity and stirring up people hoping that they'll do something about this and finding out that it was 8 years ago. So it's already been debated and put out there. This is an incredible waste of time and works in favor of trans rights activists because any publicity is better than no publicity. And the people that are arguing against this type of thing are the ones that are now promoting it because they're regurgitating it on X for views.
Yeah, I imagine it's being brought up. But the thing is, these things happen. They just kind of get swept under the rug and the culture doesn't know why this is bad at the time. Like, I don't know. This is what happens.
Unfortunately, I fell for it, being a new story that I saw, and I wrote a video outline about it earlier today. But only at that point did I actually verify the age of the video. I realized it was not worth publishing. And I see that many people are now sharing it on X and commenting on it as though it's a current story. So I decided to go ahead and do the video anyways because of the attention that it is attracting. I love the new X policies, but in this case, it is a negative because old stories continue to be regurgitated when they need to be let die, and we need to focus on the now. This is a true story. It's just not a current story, and it's already been aired out in the public, and now we're doing it again. At the very least, those commenting should note when this happened, allowing the viewers to put the story in context. And when I say those commenting, I'll say those posting. I should say that those posting the video should actually put a date on it, that it was 2017 when this happened, so that people aren't focused in on trying to do something about it when it's
I mean, the bigger question is like these events in general, like the Human Rights Campaign, this initiative. I mean, we've got live, Jazz and Friends, National Day of School, and community readings. We've got kids holding up these flags. Like, I understand the criticism that it's like, it's probably not fair to criticize someone as if they'd just done the thing that they did in 2017. But that doesn't make the thing less wrong. I mean, has Sarah McBride ever spoken about this? And the thing is, they're still doing this. Quite frankly, this goes way beyond Sarah McBride anyway.
Very creative. Julian is a little boy who inside of him feels like he's just got this fabulousness that has to come out. And he wants it to look fabulous on the outside. What's more fabulous? All right, can you see? Here he is reading a book, and all of a sudden he is with the fish, and all of a sudden he's swimming. Is he really in the water, or is he imagining? He's imagining. Is he really
Famous?
Here we go. I Am Jazz, the very book.
Jazz. Jazz is really famous. As long as Jazz can remember, her favorite color has been pink. Better?
Okay, favorite color pink. Must be a girl, obviously.
Okay. For as long as Jazz can remember, her favorite color has been pink. My second favorite color is silver, and my third favorite color is green. Here are some of my favorite things. Dancing. Who likes dancing? All right. Singing. Backflips. You can do backflips? No? You just like it? Okay. Drawing. Soccer. Best friends are Samantha and Kate. And that's Jazz. Jazz has a girl brain, but a boy body.
There it is, there it is, there it is. This shit's still going along. National Education Association. Fuck it, it's a rabbit hole now, I guess. Oh, anti-Semitism animates white nationalism. Okay, I feel like it's not the right that you need to worry about the anti-Semitism coming from right now, but sure. I'm like, this is disturbing. Yeah, I'm like deeply, deeply creeped out by this shit, man. Reading I Am Jazz and Julia's a Mermaid. So this is the video, wait, 5 years ago? Was it 5 years ago or 2017? That was more than 5 years ago.
To have parents who love me and say that I can be whoever I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Is that okay?
All right, don't know why you'd say this needs to die, first of all, and it seems like this initiative has been running longer than that. I mean, this was streamed 4 years ago, live, so this happened, what, 2021? I don't know what you're playing cover for, but I won't say too much because I watched almost none of your videos, so yeah, take from that what you will. Went to the doctor said she's a girl and everyone should treat her like a girl. Jennings was a girl, but we thought she was a boy, which is a common way of explaining trans identity. It's a lie. This is a common way. LGBTQ nation, you disgust me. You disgust me. Jesus Christ, why play cover for this? Check out K-12, PSHE in Wales, and the Sparkle Ceremony. I'll have to look into that. Personal and Social Education Framework, 7 to 19-year-olds. PSHE Wales High School. I'll have to look into this another time because I'm worried I'll get a bit scattered. But yeah, we might as well hear this again, whoever this man is. Okay, we know. HRC President Alfonso David. Alfonso David, this man here.
And that's Jazz. Jazz has a girl brain, but a boy body. And
There we go. Telling kids that, which is just not possible. It's just not a thing that exists. And yeah, this is where we found the Sarah McBride clip. This is 5 years ago, March 2019. I'm not actually sure when the thing was from. The NEA is either telling us there are no ethical issues involved in sterilizing kids and creating humans with no sexual functionings, or they're too lazy to do some research. 18-year-old male, chemically and surgically castrated, etc., etc., etc. Hate to say it, but Jazz Jennings is infertile. Mutilated male with no sexually functioning. Jesus.
Okay? So,
Right, we need to crank it a bit. I want to hear more of what Sarah McBride's talking about here, because I think it got cut off quite a lot. As a YouTube channel. Okay, fair enough. I have to look into that.
I'm like Jazz. When I was born, the doctors and my parents, they all thought that I was a boy. But why? Well, because society, people around them told them that was the case. But it took me getting a little bit older to be able to say that in my heart and in my mind, I knew I was really a girl. And I was very lucky, like Jazz, to have parents who love me and say that I can be whoever I want to be. So I was finally able to be myself. And sometimes, like Jazz, people say not very nice things to me. But also like Jazz, I've got great friends who stick up for me sometimes, who say nice things, who make sure that I'm loved, who give me hugs when I need it. But more than anything else, who like to play with me and have fun with me. Do you all have some really good friends that you like to play with? Yeah. So Jazz told you a lot about herself. One is that she's transgender, which is the word that you
How old are these kids? They look about 7 or 8-ish. Jesus.
can use to describe me. But what are some other things that Jazz talked about that she likes to do or that she has fun with? Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I cannot hear almost anything these kids are saying. Like, this is cranked up everywhere I can. I really cannot hear what she's saying.
Well, I think Jazz said she liked those things from the start, that she really
Oh my god, auto-corrected Jazz to John. Eef.
likes playing with mermaid costumes, right? Yeah. Do the trucks, yeah. That people say.
Like 5, I don't know. I don't fuck all about children, man. I don't have any. When people get to about 21 and older, I start being able to guess their age with any kind of accuracy whatsoever. This is creepy to watch. Yes, it is. It's disgusting.
She should do the trucks. Yeah. Maybe because she just liked that. Yeah. That people said she should do the trucks. Yeah. Maybe because she just liked that. And you know what? That's a good question, because I think that reminds us that people should be able to wear what makes them happy. People should be able to wear what makes them comfortable. And I think for Jazz, this little polka dot headband makes her comfortable and happy. Yeah. Right here, it says Jazz and Friends. So we talked a lot about friends, and you're going to read a second book about one of Jazz's friends. Yeah. Well, sometimes hair takes long to grow. So when a lot of people are born, they either have no hair, or when people are born, they have either little hair, and hair takes time to grow. Do you have to go to get your hair cut? Yeah. That's because your hair grows. Sometimes, right. Now, if you wanted to keep your hair short, you could keep your hair short. Some people want to have, you can cut your hair. Some people like long hair. I had short hair growing up, and I really wanted long hair. And so when I finally said that I knew in my mind and in my heart that I was a girl, I grew my hair out because I wanted to.
Can
Now,
some girls have short hair?
But yeah, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. Can some girls have short hair?
Yeah. Yes.
And can some boys have long hair?
Yeah. My
Can
friend
people-
Josie's mom got short. Anyone can
Yeah.
be anything.
Anyone can be anything. That's exactly right. Yeah. So people can wear their hair however they like. People can dress how it makes them most comfortable and happy. But I want to ask you another question. Can I ask you another question? Why does Jazz sometimes feel crummy? Yeah, in the back right there.
Because she doesn't want all the rest of the people and something that she's other.
Yeah, and it makes her crummy when people call her a boy or make her go to boys' places
Call her a boy. Yeah, she's really oppressed. Wow.
or are just mean to her. And has anyone in this room ever had someone be mean to them before? Yeah. A lot of you have. I have. And how does that make you feel? Yeah. Me too. But you know what makes me happy? When my friends say something.
The parent consent, I have fucking no idea. Like, I have no idea how many parental boundaries are being crossed right now. I don't know what the fuck the human rights campaign is doing exactly. I know. Answers on a postcard, I guess.
And stand up for me. If they see someone being mean to me, they say, hey, that's not okay. That's not funny. That's not cool. Sarah's my friend and I love her and I accept her just the way she is. So have any...
You're even telling them what to say to you. Ew. Oh, gross. Oh, I can't. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Any of you ever stood up for a friend? Yeah? Yeah? And did that make your friend feel good?
But then he just
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, when people pick on one another, that's where we get our friends also to say, that's not cool, that's not okay, right? We stand up for other people and other people could stand up for us, right? Yeah. Did you have a question? How about you with the flower on your shirt?
Me and Ava, we're playing something like with these sticks, and these boys took them, but wasn't like messing with them. We're just playing with them, and they took it away from us.
Oh, that's not fun when people take away our toys. But it's also fun to share sometimes when we let people take and have fun with our toys too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have to ask for permission, right? Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like when I let other people wear my.
Oh, that's a fun Fitbit. That's nice. So I'm gonna have you say one more thing, and then I'm gonna ask you all one more question. Yeah. You know something about the book? What is that?
Impressionable for this. Yeah, I agree.
So she went with her family to the doctor, and the doctor said that she's a girl.
Why are you telling kids this especially? Like, oh my God, the rest of it's bad enough, but why this bit? Why go back over this bit? This is ill. This is disgusting.
Girl, and everyone should see her and treat her like a girl, right? Which is to say that they should call her Jazz.
Yeah.
And they should treat her with respect and be nice to her. But can I ask you one more question? So that journey that she had from people thinking she was a boy and the fact that Jazz knew she was a girl to her parents and her friends accepting her as the girl that she is, that journey is called.
And I get to read like a news article saying, oh, well, it's a way that people explain gender, like identity. What, lying to people? Bullshitting people? Like, let alone kids, man.
Being transgender. And like Jazz said, that makes her a little different from some of the other kids. And Jazz at the end talks about how being different is good, right? Well, can I?
Where's the part of the book where Jazz threatens to commit suicide if she isn't affirmed? Or where's the part that her parents are told that she'll commit suicide by the doctor? I don't know. Either way.
Look, I'm gonna ask you all one more question. And has anyone ever felt different? Raise your hand if you've ever felt different from someone else. Yeah. Well, we're all different. We all have different interests. We all have different passions. We all look different. And you know what? That's awesome. We are all beautiful because we're different, not because we're the same. And wouldn't the world be really boring if everyone was exactly?
Oh, the bit about the 4 revisions, they didn't include that in the book, and I've no idea why. It's strange. I don't know.
The same? Yeah. Well, with that message, I'm gonna turn things back over to my friend, my wonderful friend, who just performed for you all, Lily. So thank you all for being so attentive. And I'm gonna sit right here.
Here's Grandma, and here is Queen. We want to thank the Virginia Education Association.
Just seeing what she's holding here, some kind of poster. I think it's just got the different books that they read for this. Celebrating a nation of diverse readers. Gotta cram the word diverse in there, I guess. There we go. Jesus Christ. I don't know how much. I don't know how long this Jesus. I don't know how long this ran for. What was it? 2022. Oh, it's on the Human Rights Campaign after that National Education Association.
Come join me by the fire to read Calvin, a book written by J.R. and Vanessa Ford, illustrated by Kayla Heron.
For as long as I could remember, I knew I was a boy.
I draw myself with short hair and a shirt like Papa's. I dream about swim trunks like my dad and brother wore.
I didn't tell my family until the night before our summer trip to Gigi and Papa's. I was scared they wouldn't believe me, but I knew.
Lindsay Clark, they, them. Nice. What's the they, them?
It was time to be me.
Whenever I have to do something scary, my dad always says, take deep breaths and count down from 5.
Breathe in.
Gender means other people think you are one gender, but inside, you know you are a different one.
You know you're a different one. This is like jammy Dodger logic. Your gender identity is what you know you are, which is not a definition. You can't define anything that way. That's ridiculous. Hang on. I fucked up.
Come join me by the fire to read
Jazz Jennings reading I'm Jazz. Posing with children 9 years ago. Reading it on the house floor. Why? 7 years ago. Streamed 7 years ago. Another one in Madison, Wisconsin. They seem to like it there, I guess. Leave children alone, please. That's all I got to say about that.